Hi, welcome to this tutorial. In this video, I'm going to explain the CRUD operations using Java collections. When I say CRUD operations, it is the full form of create, read, update, and delete operations using Java collections. So let's get started. First of all, let me create a new Java project. New Java project, and let's say the project name CRUD app using collections, and let's create different packages in this one. So first of all, let me create the DTO, that is the data transfer object package. New package, let's say com dot learn clearly dot collections dot DTO, or rather I say learn clearly dot DTO. Now in this package, I'm going to create a new class. The class name, let's say bank account. So the bank account is the object which we store and manipulate in the collections, something like linked list or tree set or array list or whatever applicable. So in this bank account class, let's take a few variables. The first one, the bank account number, that is ACT number, and let's take the customer name, private string customer name, and then private integer account balance. So that's okay. Three variables are enough. In reality, there are a number of details that are usually associated with a bank account. And now let me generate the getters and setters, constructors, and all other stuff. So first of all, I'm generating constructors from superclass. Then I'm generating the constructors using fields. Now the constructors are generated. Now let me generate the getters and setters. Okay. And once the getters and setters are generated, so in order to properly work with the collections, we are required to override the equals and HashCode method, so that we use the bank account object for searching from the collections such as linked list. Okay, so for that reason, I'm generating the equals and HashCode method. Please try to understand once again. If you want to properly make use of the object to be stored and retrieved or manipulated from a collection, we are supposed to override the equals and HashCode method for proper functionality. If you don't override the equals method, the contains method, for example, it doesn't work properly in collections. Okay. Similarly, if you don't override the HashCode method, then the hashing related collections won't work properly. Okay. So for that reason, we have to override the equals and HashCode method. Now that we have overridden the equals and HashCode method, and then just in case we want to make use of the collections dot sort method, we also have to override the compare to method by implementing the comparable interface. For now, let's not implement the comparable interface. If at all we need it, we come back and implement that. So that's it. The bank account.java, that the DTO package is completed. Now I'm creating one more package called as the DAO package. Okay, so new package. In the new package, I say com dot learn clearly dot DAO package. So in this package, I'll create an interface. Okay, new interface, and in this interface, we'll create the DAO interface, that is bank account DAO interface. Okay, in this interface, let me define a few methods for adding an object into the collection, for deleting an object from the collection, for updating the bank account from the collection, and so on. So let me define the methods. Public let's say void public abstract void add new bank account, and this bank account method, add new bank account method, it takes one bank account object which is added into the collection. Okay, something like this one, bank account. Okay, and then we need to import that. I have imported it. Similarly, the methods related to removing, updating and all. So public abstract void, let's say remove or delete, whatever the method, remove bank account, and this is the account object that has to be removed. And then we need to create a few more methods, public abstract void update bank account. Now in this one we pass the account that need to be updated. Okay, bank account, and then public abstract void show all accounts, something like this one. So this will return all the accounts that are available. Okay, and apart from this one, if at all we want additional methods, we can add them. So for now, these 4 methods are okay. Let's see how it goes, and then based on the requirement, we will come back here and add few more methods here. Okay, and now let me create a new class in the DAO package, that is the DAO IMPL public new class here. The class name is bank account DAO IMPL. Now in this class, I'm going to implement the bank account interface, implements bank account DAO, implements bank account DAO, and then I want to override all the methods. So let me generate the unimplemented methods here. Now all the dummy methods have been generated. Now let's place the actual code in that particular method. So first of all, let me take one list of bank account to be created. Let's say the name as account list equal to new linked list. Okay, so we can take any collection based upon the requirement. For this particular case, it doesn't matter which one we take. Now let me import the linked list and list interface. So this is created. So in this one, we simply need to add the data into this linked list. So this account list, this account list dot add, some problem with this. So account list dot add of bank account. So we are adding it here. So this is a bank account that we are adding there. So that is a simple task. And when it comes to remove bank account, we have to remove this bank account object from this list. So before removing, we need to check if that object exists in the list. And if that does not exist in the list, we need to throw an exception, that is account not found exception. So before deleting the bank account object from list, first we need to check if it exists. Okay, otherwise we need to raise an exception. We need to raise an exception. Okay, so let's do that. So first of all, let me create the exception class. So I create first a package, and in that package I create an exception class. New package form dot learn clearly dot exceptions. Now in this package, in this exceptions package, I'm creating a new class. In this class, let me create a new exception class, that is account not found exception. Now this account not found exception class, let me extend it from the exception class. Okay, And let me create one variable that maps to the account number. Now I'll create a couple of constructors, the default constructor as well as the parameterized constructor. Okay, first of all, I take the default constructor and then I'll take one parameterized constructor. So that is based on the account number. As well as I generate the toString method, okay, that is required to display the error message properly. So, and that's done. So we throw this account not found exception. Of course, this requires the serializable ID. It's not compulsory though. Okay, so here this toString method is executed when we throw the exception, and when the exception is thrown, this message will be displayed. Okay, so now let's come back to the DAO IMPL class, and here what I want to do is I want to check if the list already does not contain. If not, account list uh, dot contains of this bank account object. Please watch here. This is the account list from which we want to delete this bank account. Okay, so before we delete this bank account object from this list, first of all, we need to check if it does not exist. Please watch here. I am using the negation. Okay, if it does not exist, the contains method, if it returns false, then I want to throw an exception, which means if there is no account, okay, that needs to be deleted. So throw new account not found exception. Okay, account not found exception, and to this account not found exception we need to pass in the account number. So this account number comes from this bank account object, so we have a getter for that particular object. So bank account dot get account number. Okay, so if that is not there, that will throw an exception. And since this is the checked exception, we either have to use the throws declaration or otherwise surround using the try and catch. So for now, I'm going for the try catch option. Okay, so that's the case. So if it is not found, means we are raising an exception. If if condition fails, which means the account exists, so therefore we need to delete it from that account list dot remove of let's say bank account object. Okay, so please try to understand one important and critically important point here. The contains method, in order to work properly, it it is required that we override the equals method in bank account.java. If we don't override the equals method in the bank account.java, this contains method does not work properly. Similarly, that is also applicable to the remove method. What I'm trying to say here is, if we don't override the equals method, the contains method does not work properly, and the remove method does not work properly in the bank account Java. Okay, in the collection that is the account list. Okay, so that said, we are checking if it is not existing, then we are throwing an exception. If otherwise, we are just removing. Okay, we are just removing. Similarly, we need to do the same task for the update. So what I do is I copy this code, okay, and then paste it here, and then paste it here. And if it does not exist, I want to throw an exception. But if it exists, that means if it exists means I need to replace the existing object and there with the new object. So this is a new object, right? So this is a new object. So in that case, what I need to do is first of all, I need to find the index. Integer index is equal to account list dot let's say index of the bank account object. Once again, the index of object requires the equals method. The different methods of the collections classes require the equals method, HashCode method, and similarly the compared to method as applicable in order to work properly. In this particular case, the index of method relies on the equals, the remove method relies on the equals method in bank account.java. The contains method relies on the equals method of bank account.java. So that is very important. If you don't override the equals and hash code methods, the respective methods of the collection doesn't work properly. Okay, so now we are trying to find the index of this bank account from this list, and once we fetch this index, we replace the object in that index with the new account. So what we do for that is account list dot set. Okay, the set method is not available to the tree set, hash set, etc. It is available only to the list collections. And if you notice, the set method has two parameters, that is the index and the object to be replaced. In this case, the index is whatever we are finding it here, and the element is the bank account object. Okay, bank account object. So now we have replaced this. So this is the update bank account method, and show all accounts. This is not a big deal, we just need to return this one. Okay, so in order to return this one, we have to first of all make changes to the this one. So I say list of bank account here, and then let me come back and change this return type here as well, that is list of bank account. Okay, now simply we need to return the account list here, return account list, and that's it. We are done with the 4 operations, that is creating a new bank account, that is storing a new bank account in the account list, and removing an account from the accounts list. Before removing, we are checking if it exists. If it does not exist, so how do we check it? The contains method will return as true or false, indicating whether the account, this given account exists in this one. So if it returns true, means the object is available. If it returns false, means the if condition becomes true, and then the exception is thrown. This will not at all be executed. Okay, that said, similarly we are trying to update the bank account object, and finally here we are trying to return the account list. What's wrong in this place? There is some compilation issue. Okay, let's see what it is. Okay, could change return type to list of bank account. I have already changed it. What has happened? Bank account DAO, is it not saved here? Okay, list of bank account, I think I have not imported it here, so that's the trouble. Okay, now it will be solved here. Bank account, and here this will be okay. Now list, that's all, it works now. Yeah, some save problem, I did not save the file. Now that is solved. Now the interface, DAO interface is done, and DAO implementation part is done. Now let's go ahead and create the service package. Is create a new package here, new package, that is com.learn clearly dot service package. Now in this package, I create a new interface, and the new interface, let's say bank account service, and this interface exactly has the same number of methods that are available in the DAO interface. So let me simply copy and paste. Okay, I copy this one and come here, bank account service, and then paste it here. That's all. And then I create a new implementation class to the service. Okay, so let's say new class, and this class is, that is bank account service IMPL. Now this bank account service IMPL, this one implements the bank account service. This is bank account service, and let's override all the methods, add unimplemented methods. Now in this one, let me create the object of the bank account DAO. Bank account DAO. Okay, BDAO equal to new bank account DAO IMPL. Here it is, new DAO IMPL. Now that's it. Now here what I do is I will call this. So in this add method, I call the add method of this one. Okay, so BDAO dot add new bank account. Okay, and that is done. Now similarly this one, what I need to do is BDAO dot, let's remove bank account, And from here what I need to do is, so this is bdow dot, that is update bank account, and then the update bank account, and the last one is return, let's say return bdow dot show all accounts. That's all. So now we are done with various packages and their implementations. We have, yeah, correction. So that's done. So we are done with various packages, DAO package, DTO package, exceptions package, and service package. So finally, we need to call all the operations from the client code. So let me create one more package. Let's say com.learn clearly dot client package. Now in this package, I create a main class, that is the bank account collections main. Okay. Now in this one, I create the main method. Now inside the main method, first of all, I create a few bank account class object. Bank account b1 equal to, so instead of creating these accounts manually, what I do is, first of all, I create the service object, bank account service, b service equal to new bank account service IMPL. So this is what I'm creating it here. And this service method, I need to pass the account object b service dot add new bank account. To this new bank account, I'm passing the data such as you see we have account number, customer name, and account balance. So account number is 1 and the customer name is A, and then account balance is some 10,000. And similarly, so there's some error, import, we need to import that, so that is imported. Now similarly, we add a few accounts there. Okay, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Okay, so let me change the account numbers to 3, 4, and 5, and let me change it to B, C, D, and E, and let's say some 15,000, some 12,000, some 20,000, some 22,000. Now this one operates the create operation, executes the create operation, wherein all the data is, once all the data has been added, after the 5 records have been added, let's try to fetch them. Okay, so let's fetch and see that. So list of bank account, okay, account list is equal to b service dot, let's say of show all accounts. Okay, so this show all accounts, okay, let me import that list, java.util.list. This show all accounts will return us all this list, okay, into this one, and let's iterate and print them. So let's say for bank account, okay, ACT, and then ACT list, and here let's say we print it. Okay, sys print, let's say account dot get account number, then a space, then similarly account dot get customer name, then a space, and then account dot get account balance. So up to now what we did is we have created a service object. On the service object, we are executing the add new bank account and passing the account details such as account number and the entire bank account object. So like that, we have added 5 objects, and then after adding, we are retrieving all the 5 objects, and then let's try to delete one of the objects from the list. So b service, let me create a, okay, one temporary object, bank account temp equal to new bank account, and to this new bank account, let me pass the data as 1 comma, let's say a comma, let's say 10,000. This account I'm passing it here, right? So I have created a temporary bank account object whose data is the same as the first account object. This is 1A and 10,000. please remember we have overridden the equals method that relies on the three fields. So that's the reason I have mentioned all the three pieces of data same as in account number one. Now, in this case, once the temporary object has been created, let's try to pass this temporary object to the delete method and see if it works. So before we execute this one, let me comment this part. Okay, let's see the output until here and see if there are any corrections required. So let's say run as Java application. Now we got all the data, see one and the 5 records are displayed here until now. We have added the data to the collection, we have retrieved the data from the collection, and then we have printed. Now the next operation we do is we delete one of the, let's say we update one of the records. Okay, so here, so first of all, let's say let's go and change the equals method so that the equals method is compared only based on the what do you say, account number. So let me go to the DTO. So I come back here, then let me not generate the equals method using all attributes. Let me generate it based on the account number only, because the data does not match there. So what I do is I delete this part and then generate the account equals method and hashcode method based on account number itself, not on all attributes, not on the customer number, customer name and this one. So now this is based on the account number. So now I have this account number. Now let's say this account number, this name is let's say Ravi. The existing name of this account number is A. I'm replacing it with my name, that is Ravi Tatikunda, and the balance to be 12,000. So this temporary object I will replace, okay, here. So what I do is I say B service dot update account of bank account. That this is the temp object. This is the temp object. So what happens is this temp object will hit this bank account method. Let's say we open this one. Okay, it will hit this bank account method. Okay, we open this implementation. It will hit this method. Okay, and here that bank account it will first of all check by using the contains method, and the contains method internally makes use of the equals method to check whether this account object is there or not. Okay, if it is not there, it returns false, and if it returns false, this will throw an exception. Okay, so that's how it works. If it doesn't throw an exception, which means if it exists, it will find the index and replace that object. So let's try to once again get this portion, copy this portion. After modifying the existing object, let's find the list here and then once again print it. Okay, so before printing it again, okay, what we do is we give a print command updated list after update operation. Okay, after update operation. Now let's see if it works or not. Now run as Java application. You see here we have the initial data as 1A, and you see here updated list after update operation, the name is changed in 12,000. If you notice, I have replaced the equals method to work based on account number only instead of the other two attributes as well. Now let's go ahead and try to find the update method with an account number that does not exist. Let me give 10 there. Okay, so what happens if I give 10, there is no account with the account number 10, and this has to throw account not found exception. Let's give a try for that. Now let me run this code. Okay, it has to throw account not found exception. You watch here, it has thrown account not found exception, the account number 10. Okay, so that's how. So please remember one point, I'm not explaining any concepts related to collections in this program. This is assumed that you already have the knowledge on collections. If you're not familiar with collections or any other topic in the core Java, that is the Java standard edition, I recommend you watch my video playlist from part 1 to part 20 in my YouTube channel. The core Java complete tutorial is there, in-depth explanation is there on each and every topic. right? So now that is done with the update operation, let's go ahead and see the remove operation. In order to do the remove operation, we have to once again do the similar thing. So first of all, let me get this one. I copy this one, okay, and I put it here. Okay, so this temp, this time I'm taking test temp 1. Okay, and then I want to remove the first record. Okay, I want to remove the record with the account number as 1. And then once I create this one, b service dot remove bank account. Now this will be temp 1, temp 1. And after this is removed, if it is found, it will be removed, otherwise exception is thrown. So after this one is done, we once again need to fetch the latest list of records from the collection, and then paste it here. Okay, and then print it there. Once again, let's print the prompt. Okay, list after removing the record. After removing the record. Okay, now we find this one will be removed the third time. Okay, the first time and second time you get the date, and the third time the first record will not be. So I think this 10 has to be replaced back to 1. We have an exception there. Control S. I have saved it. Now let me execute it once again. And when I execute it once again, you see the first time data is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000, 15,000, so on. After updating, we get this record, and after removing, you see the record number 1 is no more there. Okay, just like we had seen the exception thrown in case the account number is not matched. Let's do that one with remove operation as well. Okay, where is that? So let's say it is 11. Okay, there is no account with the number 11. So let me run that code. Okay, okay, I did not save it, I guess. Okay, so okay, temp 1. Okay, it has already been removed, right? So that's okay. So okay, it should throw an exception, is it? If it is not there, it has to throw an exception. Okay, let me try if it is run as Java application. Yeah, it has thrown. We did not notice that it has been thrown, right? So exception is thrown. So that's the case. So that's all about the CRUD operations: create, read, update, delete operations using Java collections, demonstrated using the linked list. We can use the same operations on any other collection. Depending upon the requirement, we change the collection type. It can be an array list or tree set or something else. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like it, please subscribe and leave a comment. Okay, if you don't like it, please leave dislike button. Okay, and to repeat once again, I have not explained the concepts here. I have just explained an example. If you really want to learn Java in depth, you can please watch my core Java playlist, which has 20 videos. In depth explanation has been demonstrated there. Thank you once again.